Why, hey there, YouTube. This is Michelle. I hope everybody is doing well. It is Sunday, um, pretty much early evening, and I wanted to share two altered M&M's boxes that I made this weekend. So these boxes measure approximately 6 inch by 2.5. You know, they have the half-inch gusset, and this one is done using eco dyed paper from my garden. I used irises to dye this cover paper here. And then the second one that I made has a steampunk vibe using Crafty Malika. That's Kelly's digital collection. She has one called Fantasy and she has one called Grunge. And so that's what I used for this one. Alrighty, so let's get in and I can show you real quickly. Again, they're 2.5 by 5. This one is just tied with some simple ribbon, and you can see the dyeing on this paper was phenomenal. And I've got a little a dried pansy in there on the front. And so when you open it up, first thing, you've got a pocket with a sheet of paper for journaling and a card. You've got some more of that eco dyed paper. You've got embellishment from a snippet roll that I made recently. And then these papers here, it's really interesting. They're like in an octagon shape, but they are the pages that you put in between the flowers when you're drying them. And because they came out so pretty, I went on ahead and put them in as writing papers in this journal. And so we go on. I've got one of my altered paper clips. I used one of Eva, who is the Bohemian Crafter, one of her tutorials to make these clips, paper clips. Here's some more paper. This that was dyed with purple Kool-Aid. And here you have it. So this is the first one. And the kitty just made the cut because his yarn was purple and he just went. Here's another one of those paper clips. This one is at the top of the page instead of at the side. We just have there's the back of that paper clip. Again, the colors, the eco dyeing on this was just phenomenal. With that, here is the center spread, a little tuck spot here with this actually is a little jar that I made, and it has some dried flowers that I dried in it with just another tag, and just lots of journaling space. You know, this could be for notes, it could be for prayer journal. This is a collection that came from Stampington.com. They have the artist art journaling book, and it's got some design papers in it. So that's one of the design papers from there. Cut in a circle. Yeah, and those were butterflies that were cut out of, I think this was from a paint strip, and then this was just from some design paper as well. Yeah. Here's another one of those altered paper clips with the dangle charm on it. This was done TN style, so the seam binding is actually holding the signature in. It's just one signature, and the seam binding is holding it in. That's done on the seam here. And then when we head to the back, I've got my label and another piece of the paper. So anyway, this one was a fun kick to make. I always enjoy recycling, and so this was the first one. And so then let's get in the second one. The second one has a seriously steampunk vibe. This is Kelly and I are actually doing a swap with each other, and so to get me in the mood, we decided to go steampunk, and that is not my normal genre. Her collection is fabulous, as are all of her collections. I think that she just saw in the market that there were no or very few digis that had women of color. And so she designed this her steampunk and her grungy collection feature women of color. And I just feel like that is just such a powerful image there. And so this box, I actually gessoed it up with black. And then you can see, because you can see some of the yellow from the M&M's box peeking through. I wanted to be able to see some of it. But then the box was sprayed with all kinds of the tattered angel sprays as well as distress sprays. Everything I could do to get some metallic in there. And then this was a boho bead that I made, and I don't even remember which crafter was making boho beads, but I made a bunch and just have kept them in a stash. And so I just thought that this really added a neat touch to this small journal. So the way that I take the box apart is the box goes like this, and it has the top. So I cut those off, but I leave the lip here so that it closes like that. So see? And I just took some black, this is a black jute that I used for making the binding. So you'll see I put an eyelet up here and eyelet back there and just ran the jute from that. And this is a one signature, like a TN, because this jute holds the signature in. And then I tied more jute just as a closure. So here's the front. And then when you open it up, you can just see the coloring really came out neat on this box. I printed the collection out black and white, and then on the back of it I took some grungy papers that I actually did in the color. So there is color in here, but the collection I printed in black and white. Lots of writing space in here. Is definitely a small journal. Sorry, they are partying outside my unit here. This was one of the new Tim Holtz paper dolls, and this is a hidden spot right here, and I just put her in. This was like a window envelope. You can see that up here, and I just have her kind of sitting in and out of like she's sitting in a window, and then has some butterflies around her, and then just more of the collection. Again, lots of writing space. I don't know, this could be like for to-dos or for prayer journal, because it's a small journal, but there are definitely, there's a little tuck spot here. This is an envelope, and I just left it open, tuck spot. Here's a doily that I made, a pocket out of a doily. And here is the center of the signature. And isn't she beautiful? Oh, just love that. This collection, Kelly, is phenomenal. Here goes this. And then just going on the other side of the signature. So on these color pages, they definitely will take a black ink, and obviously the black and the white pages will as well. It's the other side of that tuck spot there. Some steampunk type stamping. There's another one of those beautiful ladies. Well, you did a really good job with this collection. Just phenomenal, very powerful. Just a calendar from the year that I didn't use. And see, this is where I just slid the signature into the binding. And see, there's just an eyelet on the top and the bottom, and I just ran the jute there. And here's another image. And then just some book page. So if you wanted to use it as an art journal or whatever. And then on the back cover, I took a glassine baggie and just put this lady in front and put a tag in there. So that's it for this one. Yep. So that is my attempt to get just some recycling done. I love altering, things that people wouldn't suspect or wouldn't expect to find a journal in. And so there you have it. We've got one M&M's done in steampunk and one M&M's box, done in a Victorian vintage flavor style. with Echo Dye paper. So there we go. I hope you are having a crafty, happy Sunday and weekend. Hopefully you were able to be creative. This is my therapy, guys. So thanks so much. Again, hope you're having a great weekend, getting ready to start up and gear up for that Monday. Bye-bye. Take care. Be well.